Vamos a gozar, traemos el sazón y somos la sal, porque traímos bomba para fincar, y esto nadie nos lo puede quitar, no importa lo que pase, vamos a gozar, traemos el sazón y somos la sal.
Que te la echo mi español muy malo. I speak English till I get up to condado.
Now from Citi Field in Flushing, New York, we welcome you to another edition of Baseball on the Show. Tonight, it's an NL Eastern Division showdown between the Philadelphia Phillies and the New York Mets. Live baseball here on MLB Network, and it comes your way next. Marcus Stroman, a right-hander from the Empire State, gets the starting assignment here. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
You know, Matt, his last one wasn't horrible, but this guy did give up 5 runs in his last start. He was tagged with the loss, and he's going to look to be a lot better in this one here today.
That brings up Alec Bohm, and we are set for baseball here this evening.
Leading off tonight for Philadelphia. The third baseman, Alec Bohm.
First pitch of the AB now. Start of a 4-game set as the game's first pitch misses for ball 1. Fellas, these Mets, as they enter play here tonight, 4-2 over their last 6 games, including a win last time out.
Yeah, Matty, a lot of things trending in the right direction for this team. They won their last game, they scored a bunch of runs, and let's see if they continue that today.
Now the 1-0. Right side, but it's going to be a foul ball. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. In the air, down the line in left. And we'll need to keep the hot chocolate flowing tonight. 42 degrees our game time temperature. The 1-2. It's the top of the zone. He struck him out looking.
Batting second.
No one on with 1 down, and Adam Hazley digs in now. First pitch on its way. No balls and 1 strike.
The offensive game plan today is certainly to see the ball up. This guy is known on the mound for sinker changeup combination. He's going to try and establish down in the zone to get swing and a miss or ground balls consistently. You have to find something above the belt to get loose on.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And he takes strike 3 called, and it's a pair of punch-outs that begin the ball game.
The main job of the number 1 and 2 hitters is to set the middle of the order up with an opportunity to do some damage. So when you strike both of them out, you're putting yourself in a pretty good position to make it through the teeth of the lineup without a whole lot of stress.
Next to dig in will be Bryce Harper, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. 2 outs already on the K this inning, so he'll be looking to do better. The windup and the 0-1. swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will retire the side. So a pitching clinic there as he sets them down in order, all via the punch-out. Bottom of the first, straight ahead. We're scoreless on MLB Network.
Now I'm switching up my energy. My enemies feel like I got hundreds of them. No love for me.
Vince Velasquez gets the ball for Philadelphia in this one. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, I call Vince Velasquez V squared, and he's a really good pitcher. 4-pitch mix, fastball, slider, curveball, changeup. 95 to 97 with a fastball with a lot of late life. Quality pitcher.
Now to the plate, Brandon Nimmo. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
For the Mets, the center fielder, Brandon
Pitch on the way. And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike 1. These Phillies, as they enter play here tonight, fellas, it was another loss for them last time out, and that makes them 2-8 over their last 10 games.
Yeah, Matty, this definitely looks like a situation where somebody's going to have to call a team meeting. I don't know if it comes from a veteran or the manager decides to close the doors for a second, but this team has not played well. They find themselves losing lately. They lost the last game, and they're going to need a spark to get this thing turned around.
2 balls and a strike now. Now a swing and a softly hit ground ball. Here now the 2-2. He is swung on and missed. He got him on strikes.
Not a lot of guys throw that knuckle curve, but some guys have a lot of success with it. Some say it has more fight than the traditional curveball, but I think it's more of a feel thing. It just works for certain pitchers, and it worked right there.
And that'll bring in the switch-hitting Francisco Lindor. And on the first pitch, he grounds foul. And he's looking to get it going. Off to a bit of a slow start this year. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Just behind the fastball there. 2 strikes now. Velasquez isn't really known as the kind of starter that goes deep into games. It's not that he isn't capable, I'm sure. He just hasn't been that guy that works deep into games with regularity.
Matty V, I'm not sure it's this guy's fault, but I think it's more the fault of the metrics and the way we look at pitchers now, trying to limit the number of pitches and the number of appearances they have with particular guys in the lineup.
2 balls and 2 strikes, the count to Francisco Lindor.
Well, 2 straight fastballs inside haven't put him away, so now it'll be interesting to see what he turns to.
And he'll hang in here as he reaches to foul this one away. The 2-2 one more time. Again, he sends it out of play. 1 out, nobody on. Skied into straightaway right. Harper has a read on it. 2 gone.
Batting third, the right fielder.
With a moment here in Flushing Meadows, let's meet the Mets. Who do you have your eye on, Dan?
Well, Matt, they have to be very happy so far with the performance they're getting out of that guy in the 8th spot. He's hitting over 400. Now, hold on. I know it's just April, but that's really impressive. And if you're hitting 400 in the backyard playing wiffle ball, you're still doing something pretty good. It's been a great start, and I'm interested to see if he can feed off of it the rest of the way.
Michael Conforto is in with 2 away as he takes a ball 1-0.
Hey, there's not a lot you can do with a slider breaking down and in unless you catch it way out front. I like the idea of taking it and making the pitcher bring you something a little more hittable.
Tried to get the arms extended, but he couldn't. 1-1.
That's a well-placed fastball right there, just off the outside. If you can get guys to expand the strike zone and go after that pitch, you're going to have a lot of success. No luck that time, though.
Swinging a soft liner. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. Mets go down 1-2-3. We are still scoreless. And now Rhys Hoskins. He'll look to get something going here in this scoreless ball game.
Rhys Hoskins.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Pitch to the plate is a sinker for a called strike one.
Hey, that's a good sinker right there. That's his bread and butter pitch, and if he's got that going, especially early, it's going to be tough to get some runs off him.
A windup and the 0-2 pitch. Now a swing and a miss as he picks up another one. Make it 4 strikeouts already, and there's your first out.
Boy, he's really on a roll on the hill right now. As we roll through it again, remember, he struck out the side in the last inning, and now he picks up right where he left off by striking off the leadoff man here. Let's see if he can keep this going for a little bit.
Here's Andrew McCutchen now. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one. And we'll see if he can at least put the ball in play, something the first 4 men have been unable to do. One and one to Andrew McCutchen. McCutchen, or just Kutch as he's frequently referred to. His contract is set to expire at the end of this season, so he may end up hitting the market this winter.
You know, Matty, I know he's in the final year of his contract, but he's playing to expectations, to be honest with you. I know he wants to turn it up a little bit, though, as he approaches the end of the season and make that salary push as he heads towards free agency again.
Didi Gregorius.
Set to get his evening at the plate started, Didi Gregorius. Trying to get it going at the plate. It's been tough sledding for him so far this year. And that misses low and away, ball one. There's a bouncer foul to the left of the plate, 1-1. And now a pitch on the way. Sent on the ground out to second. Throw cleanly into first, and that ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia. We'll go to the bottom of the second, no score. Striding in is Pete Alonso, set to lead off the home half of the second.
First baseman, Pete Alonso.
First offering on its way. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball one. Lifted in the air toward the line and right. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. And he can't catch the corner here, so he's behind 3-1. Dominic Smith will be next. The 3-1.
Yeah, this is one of my biggest pet peeves in the game, when guys get count leverage and take fastballs. It's a game of fastballs. You calibrate everything off the heater. Surprising take right there.
And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone.
Batting fifth.
Stepping in next, Dominic Smith. His lifetime line against Velasquez. He's just 2 for 9. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Got him fishing that time. 0-1. Maybe trying to back him up a bit there with the fastball. So let's take a peek at our umpiring crew in this one. Working the plate is Larry Bullard.
Hey, D-Row, Larry Bullard, he's pretty much right down the middle. You see very few managers and players getting into very many confrontations with Larry.
Yeah, Larry lays in the weeds, Dan. Doesn't try and make it about him, and that's what the players love. He's got a pretty consistent strike zone, and he's approachable.
3-1 to the Mets left fielder.
Good job to work the count and put himself back in the driver's seat. Started off with 1 strike, and now he's got the count in his favor, 3-1.
There's ball 4.
Looked like he might have gotten squeezed a little bit right there, and you know he's talking to himself in his head about it. That kind of stuff goes both ways, though. Hitters get their fair share of crummy calls going against them, too.
So here's Jeff McNeil as he'll take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike 1. Still looking for our first hit in the ball game. Late swing there at the breaking ball. Must have been looking for something else. Now the 0-2 pitch. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2.
Step out of the box, take a deep breath. After spitting on that changeup, you might have bought yourself a fastball.
Just hung in there on that one. Here he comes again, 1-2. Breaking ball that time that misses out of the zone.
This is a fun guy to watch when he's up there. Really battles. Doesn't take any pitches off. He's a grinder. Always seems to make it difficult on the opposing pitcher.
Here now the 2-2. But sadly for him, this will head straight to the center fielder as he puts it away without much trouble for the second out.
Batting 7, the catcher, James McCann.
Next to dig in, James McCann, and he's looking to get it going. Off to a bit of a slow start this year. From the belt, the pitch. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1. Now a fastball off the plate away. A ball and a strike.
Man, 35 pitches with only 2 outs in the second inning. Ideally, you'd like to have 30 or less after 2 innings, so he's got some catching up to do.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, and that's out number 3. Mets strand 1. We'll move to the 3rd with no score. So here is JT Realmuto. He's the number 7 hitter, but he's leading off to 3rd after the first 6 guys in the lineup have been retired in order.
Yeah, it's been a great start to the guy on the mound. It'll be interesting to see if they can find a way to get to this guy before he really settles in.
The pitch.
The offense better get it going right here, because they certainly can tell from their dugout this guy is carrying himself with a presence out on the mound. He's got feel for all his pitches.
The windup and the 1-0 pitch. That gets down, and the Phillies' first hit of the game is going to be for extra bases. And the Phillies are able to get things started with a leadoff double.
He went with the slider, but the hitter wasn't fooled for a second. Gets the barrel of the bat through the zone and rips it down the line for a leadoff double.
Gene Segura standing in, and he'll hit with a chance to push across the game's first run.
Yeah, great RBI opportunity here, but at the very least, he needs to find a way to advance that runner to third. Small things like that in a tight game can make a big difference.
From the stretch, and that misses, ball one. That evens it up 1-1. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. Again, another foul ball. That misses, and we're even at 2-2.
Well, I think that pitch is the result of a lot of foul balls. He might have tried to do a little bit too much with it, trying to get him to swing through it, but it just ended up taking off on him.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. Down the first baseline. And it's a productive first out as that runner's able to advance 90 feet up to third here.
Batting ninth, the pitcher, number 21, Vince Velasquez.
Next up will be the Phillies pitcher, Vince Velasquez. Now here's the first offering.
Hey, after those two breaking balls missed, you have to be sitting on a fastball right here.
Now the 1-0 hit on the ground to short. Only play will be to first, as we'll see our first run score here, as this is a 1-0 ball game. All right, so let's turn to show track for a more in-depth look at that one. Good reaction, great range, and a nice backhanded stop, and the jump throw with a lot behind it all the way across the infield for the out. The numbers don't lie, and that was pretty spectacular. So now to the plate, Alec Bohm, as he'll take a called strike here on a borderline pitch at strike one. First time up, he went down looking. Right side. Throw to first beats him easily, and the side is retired. So it's 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left on base. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the Phillies 1 and the Mets nothing. Bottom of the inning now, and that'll bring in the second baseman, Luis Guillorme.
The second baseman, Luis Guillorme.
Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch. The 1-0 is swung on and missed, strike one.
Hey, no shame in that. Your eyes light up when that heater comes above the belt. That's so tough to lay off of.
This is on the ground over to first. Hoskins has it, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
Batting ninth, the pitcher, Marcus Stroman.
Next, it'll be Marcus Stroman. Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch.
Hey, when you're featuring a mid-90s fastball like this pitcher, attack with that pitch. Get ahead. Get the offense on their toes. That opens up the off-speed pitches later in the game.
A ball and a strike now. Fouled away. And a swing and a miss here, and that's about what you'd expect from a pitcher, I suppose. There are two away.
Classic slider down and away for the strikeout there. Not a whole lot to say about that pitch that hasn't been said a million times already. That's just a real tough pitch for a hitter to pick up out of a pitcher's hand, so they end up chasing when they're in protect mode.
So here's Brandon Nimmo. As with two away, he'll swing and miss at the first pitch. It's 0-1. 0 for 1 here in the early going. The windup and the 0-1. Oh, and he's finding his groove out there now. It's 0-2.
Down 0-2, maybe simplify the game plan right here. Get on the heater, even though he has 5 weapons to go to.
Pitch on the way. And a fastball swung on and missed as they set him down for the second time here tonight. Down in order go the Mets. They trail this one 1-0. So now into the box is Adam Hazley as we begin the top of the fourth.
Adam Hazley.
First offering on its way. And a changeup here misses off the corner to start him out. It's ball 1. Line drive base hit into the left center field gap. Running hard. He's digging for second. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
When you heard the crack of the bat, you just knew that was going to get down for an extra base hit. Great way to start an inning, that's for sure.
And Bryce Harper will dig in at the plate. Swinging a ball hit on the ground. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. And he'll fight this one fouled off to the left as the count goes to 0-2. And this one's in the dirt. Throw goes over to third. And, oh, they say he beat the throw. Safe at third.
That can be a tough read as a runner on second to see if the ball has gotten away enough to move to third. You have to be sure you can make it. He was there, and now he's only 90 feet away.
Here's the 1-2 delivery. And a good take there. Close, but it's 2-2.
All right, no more hoping he's going to chase. It's 2-2 now. You've got to come up with the best pitch right here because this is definitely a strikeout situation.
And a good sinker there gets him swinging for the first out. Now at the plate, Rhys Hoskins struck out in his last trip to the plate.
And he can't allow the same thing to happen in this situation. This is a big-time spot in this game. He's got to find a way to put the ball in play.
There's a strike at the knees, 0-1.
Hey, he's got great feel for that pitch right there. He can throw it anytime he wants for a strike.
Scooped up, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the second out, but meanwhile the run is in to score.
He's been great on the mound up until this inning, and yeah, he and his guys are behind 2-0 now, but if he can seal the leak and hold these guys right here the rest of the way, this is still going to be a start he can be proud of.
2 are gone in the Philly fourth, and that'll bring up the former National League MVP, Andrew McCutchen. This is foul right side. The windup and the 0-1. A swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will retire the side. So 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. To the bottom of inning number 4 we go. It's the Phillies 2 and the Mets nothing. With Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian here as Francisco Lindor gets ready to kick off the inning. Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch. Francisco Lindor is at the plate as he looks at ball 1. Now a left-hander up and throwing in that Philly bullpen. Lays off again, and it's 2-0. This is on the ground over to first. Oh, look at this sliding stop. What a play. Next to hit, Michael Conforto. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Now the first pitch. And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time.
You have to understand, as the hitter right here, pitcher on the mound wants a quick inning. Anything over the heart of the plate, probably got to pull the trigger on.
And here's a curveball in the dirt that time for a ball. 1-1. Mets are still looking for their first hit of the ball game. And a knuckle curve missed that time. 2-1. Into the windup and the pitch. Started to go around, but he's able to check his swing for ball 3.
3-2 counts are usually a time to challenge the hitter, but I think he'll be careful here. Shoot for the corner, and if you miss and you walk him, so what? That's better than him putting 1 in the seats.
Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away. So 2 are gone in the Mets half of the 4th, and up steps the power bat of Pete Alonso. First pitch of the AB on its way.
Hey, usually the second time through the order you start seeing an incorporation of some more off-speed stuff. But this guy's locating and feeling really good about his fastball. 2 back-to-back.
Late decision to swing that time, and as a result it's 0-2.
There's another pitch for a strike, and this guy's really attacking hitters well tonight, being aggressive early on, and if he continues to throw strikes like he is, he's going to have a pretty good night.
Looking to punch him out again. The pitch. Tries the slider to ring him up, but he lays off 1-2.
It's a great job to lay off on that nasty slider right there. It's the toughest pitch. It was my toughest pitch to lay off of. I was always sitting fastball middle away, and when that slider came out, boy, did it look like a heater for a long time.
And that one misses badly. It's ball 2.
Well, he kind of got caught chasing the first 2 pitches out of the strike zone. But I think he's caught on to their game a little bit right now. 2 tough pitches that he took with 2 strikes, and now the count is 2-2.
Throw in time, and the side is retired. Mets go down 1-2-3. They trail it here 2-0. All ready to go in the top of the 5th, and that'll bring up Didi Gregorius.
The shortstop, Didi Gregorius.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Starts him out with a changeup for a strike.
There's a pitch we haven't seen in a while. It's going to be tough on the hitters if they have to incorporate that into their mindset.
And it's fouled away. Pitch on the way. The next 0-2 pitch to him misses outside. Swing and a miss, and he'll start the 5th the same way he ended the 4th, with a punch out, 1 away.
Well, I'm glad we get another look at that beauty of a pitch right there. You can't spot a sinker in a better location, because even if you do get the bat on the ball, there's not a whole lot you can do with that. Textbook sinker.
In now, JT Realmuto. As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. 1 for 1 as he reached base with a double his first time up. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Realmuto, originally from the Sooner State of Oklahoma. He's in the midst of his 8th major league season. Now the 1-1 pitch. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Smith will range to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the 2nd out of the inning.
Now batting, the second baseman, Gene Segura.
Bases are empty here with 2 away, and that'll bring in the middle infielder Gene Segura. First pitch on its way. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. A shot to first base and caught there to end the inning. Fair to say, oh my goodness, these folks are not headed for a career on Broadway. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. Welcome back to Flushing, Queens. Before we get back to baseball, let's check in with Heidi.
Matt, during the break, I caught up with the Mets manager to discuss his thoughts on his club's offense so far, and flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. No, they have not scored yet, but they have been successful in running up the pitch count, something they feel will eventually pay dividends on the scoreboard as the starter gets tired and they are forced to go to the bullpen. For now, they're sticking to the plan.
All right, thanks, Heidi. Digging in will be Dominic Smith. He leads off in the bottom of the 5th as they look to break through on the scoreboard for the first time in this one.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You can tell in between innings, the veterans in that dugout going up and down the line, trying to keep this lineup from getting super frustrated. They just have to find a way to piece it together. Maybe pass the baton, get some wheels in motion, maybe get aggressive on the base paths if they can get somebody on.
Fouled off. A little bit outside. 2-1. A little too tall that time. 3-1 now.
Hey, throwing the ball great up until this point. Don't want to allow a leadoff walk. Needs to just focus in on his mechanics right here.
And that misses ball 4 now. It's a leadoff walk to get the home half of the 5th underway.
They haven't been able to register a hit against this guy, but at least they have a base runner here. We'll see if that leads to something.
Next for the Mets, Jeff McNeil hit it hard but lined out in his first at-bat.
And that was one of the hardest hit balls they've had all game, Matty. It's been a pretty feeble effort by his teammates on the offensive side.
Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch. This one is launched. Look at this. Out of here into the visitors' bullpen. So it's a 2-run shot to right center. Second home run early in the year. And the Mets have come back to tie this one at 2.
Wow, that's a rough go. Not only do you lose the no-hitter, you lose the shutout. And after that swing, we're all tied up. Let's see if this guy can get back in a good mental frame of mind and start throwing some zeros back up on the board.
Christopher Sanchez will come on and make his 4th appearance in this campaign.
Christopher Sanchez.
At the plate, James McCann.
Number 33, James.
Started to go there, and the appeal goes down to first. And he did go around, says James Kingsley. It's strike 1. He sends it out to left field. Well hit. Out of here. Back-to-back home runs, and they've taken the lead. So a solo shot here to left center field. First home run of the campaign for him, and it's given the Mets a 3-2 lead.
Man, he got hurt. His second pitch since coming in, and he serves one up. A reliever's worst nightmare, and a big confidence boost to the lineup. Let's see if he can rebound.
Now back.
Into the box, Luis Guillorme. As he'll take a look at ball 1. He's 0 for 1 thus far. The 1-0.
You can bet they love ball 4 here. That gives the pitcher on deck an obvious bunt situation to move the runner into scoring position.
The 3-0 pitch.
What a well-executed fastball right there. Down and away. If you're going to do any damage with that pitch, you have to think up the middle the other way, and you have to be diving and leaning out over that thing.
The 3-1. He loses him on ball 4.
Up next for the Mets, the pitcher, Marcus.
Next, it'll be Marcus Stroman, who went down on strikes in his last at-bat. First offering on its way. Tries to catch him napping, but he missed the bunt attempt. Strike 1. And there he goes towards second. Pitch misses low. The throw down.
Not every catcher can make that throw, so that was pretty special. Benito Santiago made throwing from his knees famous when he was playing, but it's a really tough one to pull off. That's a long throw without any legs underneath you, so hats off to him on that one.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Three runs already home here. Did well just to make contact there as he spoils off a good changeup. The 1-2. And a fastball blew it right by him, and there are 2 down.
Well, you gotta love a live young arm. He's got an electric fastball. And if he can learn to harness that and work in his solid secondary stuff, he's going to have a really nice career on the mound. Not everyone is gifted with a fastball like that.
And here's the former first-round draft choice, Brandon Nimmo, as he will take a look at strike 1 on a fastball right down the pipe. No hits to this point. Just manages to foul that fastball off to the left, and he's in a hole now, down 0-2. Both teams with just 2 hits apiece thus far. Big swing, but a little dribbler here to the right side of the mound. Throw to first with time to spare, and the side is retired. So 2 home runs in the inning lead to 3 runs on the scoreboard. 5 innings complete. The Mets lead this one 3-2. Back now for the start of the 6th inning, and we send it down to Heidi Watney.
Matt, I had a chance to catch up with manager Joe Girardi during the commercial break about the Phillies offense, and he told me he's pretty unhappy with their discipline at the plate in this one. He said they've been chasing at pitches out of the zone all game, which obviously doesn't usually lead to good results. Until they start being more selective with their swings, he said they will continue to struggle.
All right, Heidi, thank you. Scott Kingery will grab a bat and lead things off here in the top of the 6th.
Number 4, Scott Kingery.
Here's the first pitch. Line hard to center field. And he will reach down to get it, as a stumbling play that time is nevertheless good for the first down.
Boy, talk about hitting into some rough luck. That was an absolute bullet to the outfield that gets caught, and he would have represented the tying run.
Standing in now, Alec Bohm, as he'll take a look at a sinker here, too low for ball 1.
Pitcher wants to have a quick inning right here, capitalize on the momentum his batters have.
3-2's our score here in inning number 6. Popped him up. McCann has a play, makes the play, and there are 2 gone now.
Now batting, the center fielder, Adam Hazley.
Here now is Adam Hazley, 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. First pitch on its way.
Hey, this isn't exactly the way you'd like to draw it up. Not throwing a lot of first pitch strikes, but the bottom line is he's getting outs.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Swung on, but fouled off to the left. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And look out as that one ran in and got him.
And I'm sure that one stings a little bit. The best revenge he can get for his pain is to find a way to come around to score. We'll see if his guys can move him around the bases.
So it's a runner at first with 2 men out, and that'll bring in a dangerous hitter indeed in the form of Bryce Harper. Has a look, now the pitch. Well thrown sinker that time, down but in the strike zone.
This is where you got to take stock in the situation. Adjust your batting gloves and realize you need a gapper to score this guy from first. If nothing less, pass the baton to the guy behind you and keep the line moving.
Left side, but well foul. Two quick strikes, and now the 0-2. And he struck him out, his 8th punch out of the ball game, and that one ends the inning. Phillies strand 1. They're down 3-2. Ranger Suarez enters to do the pitching in the bottom of the 6th.
For the Phillies, number 55.
And that'll bring in the switch-hitting Francisco Lindor. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one.
Francisco Lindor.
He's set, and the pitch. And a fastball's in there for strike 1.
You know, some guys just don't like pulling the trigger in a 0-0 count. They don't like the ambush tactic. They like to calibrate the speed, maybe pick up the brake. They want to know everything your ball does before they pull the trigger.
The 0-1. Pitch swung on and hit in the air toward the line and right. Harper is over to his left as he snags this one for the first out of the inning.
Now batting, right fielder, Michael Conforto.
Next up, Michael Conforto. He went down looking in his last trip to the plate.
Yeah, Matty, and hopefully he got it out of his system. Especially now, he's got to bear down. He gets the 2 strikes in this spot, has to put the ball in play.
Called a strike on the outer half, 0-1.
He'll be fine coming out of the bullpen in this one if he can keep the ball around the knees like that.
The 0-1 is a fastball low, and that evens the count at 1-1. Now some action in the Phillies bullpen as a right-hander begins to crank it up out there. Ready with the 1-1 pitch. And he pumps the fastball by him here. 1-2 now.
Not likely to see a 4th fastball in this situation. I'm going to eliminate the fastball if I'm at the plate right here.
3 runs, just 2 hits, and no errors on the Mets line score so far. Still 1-2. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. And he lays off, so it's full now, 3-2.
Well, you don't see it all that often, but this might be a good time for a 3-2 change. If he can locate it, it's nearly impossible to hit.
Drilled right back up the middle. Gregorius with a sliding stop. It's in time. Well, that was certainly worth another look with Show Track. He made that play look easy, but the sliding stop is anything but. Then he rifles the ball across the infield to complete the out. Just a great play all the way around. Up next, the power bat of Pete Alonso, as he'll look at a fastball too high for ball 1. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. 2 out, nobody on. He jumps on this one. It's high and deep to center. And it's gone. So it's a solo shot to dead center. Second home run early in the year. And it gives the Mets a 4-2 lead.
I know all home runs count the same, but that one went a little bit farther than most. That's what he does. A power hitter with a challenge fastball is going to go a long way when he's on his game.
The left fielder, number 2, Dominic.
At the plate now, Dominic Smith, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. His prior history versus this arm, he's hitless in 3 at-bats. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And this one's downstairs. It's a ball and a strike. Ground ball right side. Segura fields it cleanly. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. 1 scores in the inning, coming on this solo home run. 4, 5, and 6 coming up to start the 7th. It's now 4-2 New York. 7th inning ready to roll, and here comes the first baseman, Rhys Hoskins.
This is the part of the game where I think we really start seeing what teams are made of, both in terms of battling back, showing some resiliency, and in terms of knowing how to play with the lead, locking down that W.
First pitch on its way.
This is why the manager pencils these guys in the middle of the order. Big spot, time for them to get back in this game with a couple quality ABs.
And he falls behind 0-2. And he punches out another one, make it 9 for the ball game.
Well, you can tell by their approach that they're going to go up there and try to be aggressive off this guy, but he's taking full advantage of that. He's pounding the zone with strikes, and right now we're seeing a lot of swings and misses and a lot of strikeouts and no walks either.
So the next hitter to dig in will be Andrew McCutchen. As he takes a called strike on the black, it's 0-1. 0 for 2 for him to this point. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Hit on the ground to short. Fielded cleanly. In time to first, and there are 2 away.
Now back, the shortstop, Didi Gregorius.
So 2 are gone now in the Philadelphia 7th. And here's the left-handed hitting shortstop, Didi Gregorius now. First pitch coming. Here it is.
Hey, this guy's been throwing a gem so far. We're moving on later into this game, and he's right at about league average for first pitch strikes.
And a sliding attempt at first, but this sneaks by him, a base hit.
Boy, just when you're looking for one of those shutdown innings, you get 2 quick outs, D-Roll, then you give up a 2-out base hit to extend the inning.
Yeah, you show me a big league ball player that's going to give away an AB. No chance. Everybody's in there grinding every at-bat, every plate appearance. Nice job. Maybe a little 2-out lightning starting.
So it's a runner at first with 2 men out, and that brings up JT Realmuto. Comes set. Now the pitch.
You got to love that as a hitter right there. It doesn't happen much, but when it does, you have to find a way to take advantage of the count.
Gregorius, the runner at first with 2 gone. A ball and a strike.
His slider's been impressive all night long. If he can continue spinning it like that, he's going to be just fine.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Now a flare out toward right center. And that's in there. Base hit.
You know, your offense just throws a number up on the board for you. The last thing you want to do is go out there and not throw a donut up for the boys. He was able to get those first 2 outs so quick, but now with a hit and a single, he finds himself in a little bit of trouble.
And that'll bring up Gene Segura as he'll watch a slider that stays inside for ball 1. No hits to this point. Now a ball slapped hard the opposite way. And the 2-out threat won't pay off. The inning is over. Phillies leave a couple. Still down by a count of 4-2. And Joe Girardi's going to get up off the dugout bench and confer at home plate, so we'll likely see a double switch here. Brandon Kinsler will come on to pitch now as he'll move into the 8th spot in the lineup on the double switch here. Brad Miller will also come on now as he'll move into the pitcher's number 9 hold in the order here on that double switch. Jeff McNeil will be the next to take a turn. Lifetime against Brandon Kinsler. He's hitless in 3 at-bats. Now here it comes. Sent on the ground out to second. Throws in time, and that's out number 1.
The catcher, number 33, James McCann.
James McCann will stand in yet again as we flash you back to the middle innings. This was a turning point here. A solo home run that was really one of the key at-bats of the ball game to this point. First offering. Hit hard back up the middle, and that'll find its way into center field for a 1-out hit.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dan. Sent it back right where it came from.
To the plate now, Luis Guillorme, as the changeup to him drops in there for the first strike. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Swinging a hard liner to center field. Hazley is there now, and he has it. 2 gone. Albert Almora will look for some 2-out magic here as he'll pinch hit with 2 gone and a runner at first.
Almora.
He's set. Here it comes. Now a swing and a miss at a slider for a strike. swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
You could tell by the hitter's balance after that swing that he's seeing the ball really good. His timing is right there, and I expect him to catch something clean.
Line drive to center field. In there, a base hit.
Dan, he took that right back at his face right there. Exactly what you're trying to do. Middle cut, though. Are you a little concerned?
Yeah, that's a case of a ball being right down the middle. As a pitcher, you want to work the corners and stay out of that middle part of the zone, and he paid for it right there with a solid base hit.
Into the box now, Brandon Nimmo. As the first pitch to him is a changeup that can't find the zone. It's ball one. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Now the 1-0. Line towards center field. A dive, but it's off his glove.
Hey, Dero, that's a big RBI right there to stretch this lead to 3. Takes a lot of pressure off your pitcher going into the bottom part of the inning.
Yeah, Dan, no doubt. As an offense, all you're trying to do is put your pitchers in positions to be successful. Giving them that 3-run pushing has to make you feel good.
So here's Francisco Lindor now. Oh, and he straightens him up with a fastball that time. It's ball one. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Here's the 1-0. And that's right there, and we're even at 1.
That's the perfect pitch after you've just brushed a guy back. The hitter probably isn't sitting up there thinking you're going to flip something soft up there.
Here's the 1-1. Dribbled down the third baseline. Almora, the runner at third. Nimmo on at second with 2 down. In the dirt and blocked behind the plate. And a nice job to keep the runners at bay as the count moves to 2-2. This will be fouled away. Two balls, 2 strikes. Struck him out. One for the Mets here on the RBI double. We'll march on to the 8th. Now 5-2 New York. Dylan Betances has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Number 68, Dylan Betances.
And now here is Brad Miller. Previous history against Dylan Betances. He's 1 for 5. Here's the first pitch to him.
1-0.
The 1-0. Hard hit ball to second. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8. Final line there for the Mets starting pitcher. He was on point from the get-go this evening.
One of the big keys to having a good pitching performance is not being afraid to throw the ball into the strike zone. And this guy certainly wasn't in this one. Didn't allow a walk all game long.
Stepping in now, Alec Bohm, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. We're in the 8th inning now of a 5-2 ball game. A ball and a strike to the Phillies leadoff man. Count is 1-2 now. Now here it comes. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Pitch on the way. This one's blooped out toward right center field. Guillorme ranges back, and he has it for out number 2.
Now batting, the center fielder, Adam.
Next to stand in is Adam Hazley. 2 away here in the 8th, and time's running out on him, Danny.
Yeah, they don't have a lot of outs left to work with, so it's time for someone to make something happen if they're going to get back into this thing.
First pitch of the AB now. And a ball, 1-0. Easy fly ball into shallow center field. And that'll get down for a base hit.
Beggars can't be choosers right there. We love those lawn darts. Doesn't matter how they come. Jammed off the end of the bat, doesn't matter.
Here's Bryce Harper now. He swings and sends it in the air to right center field. Right fielder is on the run. He's there to make the play, and that'll retire the side. 1 left for Philadelphia, and the deficit remains 5-2. Tony Watson is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Number 52, Tony Watson.
Stepping up is Michael Conforto. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once.
The right fielder, Michael.
Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Yeah, you ain't kidding, Matty. Dan, what does this feel like when balls are just flying out of the yard?
Dero, it's just one of those days when you're out there as a pitcher going, oh, I wish I was somewhere anywhere else, but
there's a swing and a drive, and everybody's just going to sit back and watch that one fly. A no-doubt home run. Solo home run there for Michael Conforto. 4th home run here in the early going as they open it up to 6-2 now. The long ball is playing in this one. That was the 4th blast of the game so far for this lineup. Dan, Dero, what are your thoughts on what they're doing as a team so far?
Yeah, Dan, this doesn't make sense. It's absolutely freezing outside. The last place you want to be is in a batter's box, and this offensive team is driving balls out of the yard.
This is what's crazy about the game of baseball, Dero. You would think under these conditions it would be all in favor of the pitchers. That has been anything but the case so far in this one.
So here's Pete Alonso as he'll try to hold back on the swing, but he went around for the first strike. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. The windup and the 0-1. This one's outside, quite a bit off the plate that time. Right-hander starts to loosen out in the bullpen now. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. On a line, that's a base hit.
Just an excellent job of bat head discipline right there. Able to go below the zone. That pitch is not a strike. That was actually a pretty nasty pitch, and he was able to go down and spoil it.
At the plate, Dominic Smith, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball one. He bounced out last time up. The 1-0 home is a slider that backs up for a ball.
Now this is the kind of count this guy feeds on at the plate. You can bet he's geared to hit the fastball right here.
The 2-0 on the way.
Well, he was definitely looking fastball here, and he got one. But that was good discipline to lay off and get himself into a 3-0 count.
Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. And the good fastball there finds the zone as the count goes full now, 3-2. And he takes ball four again, and they clearly just don't want any part of him in this one.
Well, it's obvious that earlier home run he gave up is still on his mind. He had him 3-2, but he didn't want to give him anything over the heart of the plate to hit, so we'll see if that walk comes back to hurt him.
Next to hit is Jeff McNeil. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. From the stretch, here's the pitch.
He struggled a bit coming out of the bullpen here, so he needed that strike. Maybe it settles him down a little bit.
Alonso on second, Smith at first with no outs. Hit hard to the right side. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. Only play will be to the pitcher covering, and the runners are able to move up.
The catcher, number 33, James McCann.
Now to bat, James McCann. He reached on a single last time and later wound up scoring.
Yeah, and just another simple single to the outfield would be a big one right here. Don't try and do too much. You know there's a potential base open right there. Maybe sit off speed.
Strike one to start the at-bat. The 0-1 pitch.
Hey, lots of guys get too aggressive in a spot like this, but he's done a nice job of gaining some count leverage. Look for him to put the ball in play hard.
Now the 2-1 is a fastball that misses.
Everyone in the ballpark knows what the pitcher's intentions are in this situation. Great job at the plate to lay off a tough pitch in a good spot.
He's set. Here's the 3-1. And a half-hearted attempt that time, but they'll say he broke the plane, and that's out number 2.
A lot of indecision there on that check swing, and that's something you see quite a lot on 3-2. When the difference between striking out and drawing a walk can be an inch or two, it's pretty understandable why guys aren't always aggressive with their swings.
Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one.
From an offensive standpoint, this is where you got to push the throttle right here. You've had a couple hits in the inning. You got a 1-0 count leverage. Let's see if he can gap something.
Looking to minimize the damage here. Now a swing and a miss, and I don't think he was expecting a pitch inside. It's 1-1.
Not much you can do with that one. Tied him up in knots.
Sent on the ground out to second. Miller's got it. Throw to first in time, and the big inning is avoided as the side is retired. But the Mets are able to tack on one thanks to the solo homer. Last chance coming up for the Fightin' Phils. It's the Mets 6 and the Phillies 2. Edwin Diaz comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the ninth.
39, Edwin Diaz.
All set for the start of the inning, and that'll bring up Rhys Hoskins.
Rarely do you see a closer come in when you have a comfortable lead like this one here. We'll see if he's able to keep his concentration. A lot of times, closers have a difficult time when they have that lead of 3 or more runs. Hey, there's an old saying in baseball, you need to take a strike in this spot. Well, he got one there. Now he just needs to find a way to get on.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Struck him out. Struck him out again, I should say. His third punch out of the game.
The left fielder, 22, Andrew McCutcheon.
Digging in next, Andrew McCutcheon. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch. Right-hander against right-hander, as this is a ball 1-0.
Hey, every ball club has that spark plug guy, and this is the guy right here. He usually ignites a lot of productive innings.
A bouncer up the middle. And that is through into center field for a one-out single.
Up next for Philadelphia, the shortstop, Didi Gregorius.
Here's Didi Gregorius as he rips it on the ground to second, and that finds its way through for a base hit, and that runner will hold up at second with 2 aboard now.
Now batting.
All you can ask as an offense is to try and get that tying run in the batter's box, and they've started out nicely right here. They've gotten 2 runners on. They're down 4. A grand slam is still in play. Let's see if they continue this nice offensive approach.
So next to the plate for the Phils, JT Realmuto. And these guys are making a little push here. You have to like the effort despite the odds.
Yeah, you really do, Matt. Look, they still have a significant hill to climb, but hey, they string a couple of hits together here, and all of a sudden this thing feels doable.
Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch.
Hey, this isn't an easy save. These guys are making them work for this one.
Here's the 1-0. Now a swing and a softly hit ground ball. Skied into very shallow right. Right fielder coming on. He gets there and makes the play for the second out of the inning.
The pitcher, number 52, Tony.
Andrew Knapp will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Pinch hitting for Philadelphia, number 5, Andrew Knapp.
From the belt, kicks and deals. McCutcheon at second. Gregorius on at first with 2 down. Hold hard, but it's foul down the first base side.
I think for every player, for every former player, that swing right there is the reason we need to extend the netting without question. Want the fans to be safe.
And he'll try to get him to chase the fastball there, but he lays off 1-2.
Great take right there, but the last thing you want to do is be called out on strikes to end the game.
And with about 32,000 in the building, they're on their feet now. Philadelphia, good night.
It's always nice to take the opener of a 4-game set when you're home. That sets the stage for the rest of the series, and it gives you a good springboard the rest of the way.
And tonight's ends at a 6-2 finish. The New York Mets get the win on the heels of 4 home runs. Marcus Stroman gets the win on the mound, his first of the year. So that's a wrap for us in this one. Mark DeRosa, Dan Plezak, Heidi Watney, Matt Vasgersian. We all thank you for watching Major League Baseball on MLB Network. See you next time.
The final line score for our ball game tonight. For the victorious New York Mets, 6 runs, 8 hits, no errors. They left 5 men on base. For Philadelphia, 2 runs, 7 hits, no errors. They left 6 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 58 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this evening. We remind you to please drive home safely.
I'm about to chase money case, clean up base, pick up the pace. I'm about to chase money case, clean up base. Got a call for it if you got it. Ain't no stopping on the go.
Inside the Show with Justin Allegri.
Welcome, everyone. Let's jump right in and revisit the news and events from Monday. Looking first at the NL East, the Mets combined for 4 total home runs as they defeated the visiting